My so-called life is sponsored by So I definitely was not feeling well this week. I got the flu and mayhem ensued from there. I started a live stream on Monday and I thought I had enough in me to keep going, and I definitely did not. By the end of the live stream, I was ready for a nap. So I went and laid down. But then I became extremely restless. And in my delirious behavior, I made 2 items. I made a beautiful sweater and I added a hood with my Santee Alley fabric, and I started a Santee Alley jacket. My original intentions were to go crazy with the miles and miles I have of what I call Santee Alley fabric. But because I got sick, it didn't come out exactly as planned. But I eventually made another beautiful pullover, and I found an amazing Singer Simple sewing machine. So, like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew
Sewing machine by Singer.
Touch and Sew.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle, and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all 3 kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow
Is at Singer today.
This is my Singer Simple sewing machine. Recently, I went to my local Goodwill, which I always say doesn't have sewing machines, but lately it's had quite a few, and they've been affordable. When I say affordable, most sewing machines at the Goodwill start at $24, $25, which is affordable, but I purchased this Singer Simple for $10. It had a bit of a knock, and I can see why somebody sent it to the Goodwill in the first place, but it took me about 5 minutes to figure out what the problem was. And now I have this machine running in top tier shape. But like I always say, instead of talking about it, let's go check it out. All right, so moment of truth. We're going to find out how this Singer Simple works. Last night, I said this machine was infallible. I said it could not be stopped on a live stream, and it utterly and completely seized. So we're going to find out for the second time if this machine is sewing worthy. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I'm going to go in a circle a little bit. You know, I always say it's anticlimactic after the machine works, but this machine went from having an extremely heavy clack to something that somebody basically threw away to being restored back to what it should be, a working sewing machine. Here's the front. So I'm definitely going to call this one a victory here in the House of Sewing. And, oh, it's been a while. Welcome to the fleet, kid. Like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So when I call my fabric Santee Alley fabric, I use it more as a way to identify and describe where it comes from. It's not exactly Santee Alley, but it's from the area. And if someone from LA saw that print, they would be like, man, I know you got that in Santee Alley. But I love the gaudy nature, the bright print. I absolutely love the color. So I purchased a ton of it. And last week I decided I was going to do something with it. But of course, I got sick. And this week I tried as hard as I could, and I made two beautiful items. First, the sweater is a material that I purchased from Modelo Man, and it's more of a stretchy material, so I didn't necessarily know how to cut the neck hole, and it came out huge. So my idea to put the Santee Alley hood was instantaneous, because I was like, you know what? I know what will make this look perfect. Then on my Santee Alley coat, I stuck to Mimi G R11 407 pattern, but I used my own blocks because, let's be real, at this point, I don't even have to pull the pattern out. I've made so many coats, I should open up a Mimi G R11 407 shop. But needless to say, while having the flu, these projects came out amazing. Another victory here in the House of Sewing, and I'm actually impressed because I made both of these with like 100 something, temperature. So like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing.
They're test-touching Touchtronic memory machines.
Incredible.
I'm Polly Bergen. Only Singer makes machines this easy to use. Touch. The memory remembers your stitch pattern instantly. Touchtronic speed control remembers to adjust your fabric thickness.
What about basting?
Touch. Great. You can forget about your sewing machine and concentrate on sewing. The Touchtronic memory machine family. Come take a test, Touch.
100 million people sew easier with Singer.
So recently on a live stream, I couldn't decide whether I was going to finish my Santee Alley coat or if I was going to start making hats again. It's been a while. About a year ago, I started making hats and I went crazy. I started off with a felt template and I graduated to making like a Smokey the Bear, Erykah Badu style hat. And I got fairly good at it. But like a lot of things, I moved on and I just kept going. I am so glad that I decided to start making hats again. This is just a basic hat. I'm always going for the pork pie look because I absolutely love the way those hats look, and I do use them as replacement for eyebrows. This was a perfect project to start with, and it's really easy to do. So, like I always say, stay creative, keep sewing. So my original intentions were to make a bag out of this amazing throw rug carpet material that I purchased at the San Fernando Valley SWAT meet about a week ago. But because I was trapped in the house and not feeling well, I decided to make a pullover because it's not like I do not already have a ton of them. I, of course, went with my Emperor Palpatine giant hood, and I absolutely love how this came out. I'm holding back laughter because at first I didn't know if I had enough material, and I had exactly enough material. And the funny thing is, I was trying to make the hood smaller, and I actually made it twice the normal size. So, as always, I had the absolute time of my life making this. And if you're having a bad day, if there's something going on in your life, wear something goofy or make something goofy and it'll definitely brighten up your day. It's definitely been an interesting week here in the House of Sewing. If you've made it this far, I absolutely thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time.